of today's episode of Your Word.
President Joko Widodo became inspector at the ceremony held in National Monument or Monas area, Jakarta. Head of the Pancasila Ideology Development Agency or BPIP, Yudian Wahyudi said the ceremonies to commemorate the birth of Pancasila on June 1st were held simultaneously in 553 locations in various regencies, provinces, cities across Indonesia. The National Monument or Monas area in central Jakarta became the center of the ceremony, led by President Joko Widodo. The ceremony involved more than 4,000 people, including ceremony officers, invited guests, participants, officials, and ceremony committees. BPIP has cooperated with Indonesian military and the National Police to ensure the ceremony runs smoothly and successfully. This year's theme of Pancasila Day commemoration was communal work or gotong royong, builds global civilization and growth.
Wearing a green long-sleeve t-shirt, the heads of states took a stroll along Malioboro Road last week. The president's presence at the heart of the Yogyakarta surprised the people who were in the area. The people used the opportunity to take selfies with the nation's leader. Most of them said they were in shock, disbelief, and thrilled to meet the president directly. After a walkabout, greetings, and taking selfie requests along the way, the president returned to the Yogyakarta State Palace. After COVID-19 restriction was lifted, the music events in the country has successfully gained back its crowd, including the 80th BNI Java Jazz Festival. One of the biggest music festivals is back last weekend on June 2nd till 4th at G-Expo Kemayoran, Jakarta. Java Jazz is one of the oldest music festivals in the country and remains one of the largest jazz festivals in the world. Held on 2nd till 4th of June, this year's Java Jazz brings world-class performances by Indonesian and international artists such as Cory Wong, Max, Steven Sanchez, and the Chicago Experience, featuring Dennis Serafin and Jeff Coffey. I am now at G-Expo Kemayoran and will take you around to see how music lit your memories on the 80th Java Jazz Festival.
Indonesia, through its embassy in Abu Dhabi, its consulate in Dubai, and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, invited Indonesian restaurants in the United Arab Emirates to participate in the Indonesian Restaurants Management Training Program. The program aimed to strengthen the management of Indonesian restaurants and develop their businesses abroad. It was attended by 14 participants from 9 Indonesian restaurants, for example, Sari Rasa, Bandung, Tea for Thai, Dr. Juice, Little Bali, Seleraku, Dapur Kita, and Haryanto Asian Fusion. Indonesian ambassador to UAE, Husin Bagi says the opportunity for Indonesian restaurants in the UAE is widely open, as there are a lot of Asian people residing in the UAE and that a majority of UAE citizens are Muslims, that there will not be any obstacles for them to eat Indonesian food. Besides, a large variety of Indonesian food are attractive to customers, that they can contribute for an increase to the economy of the UAE and certainly Abu Dhabi. Through the training, the government expects that Indonesian restaurants could progress and expand in the UAE, as well as draw the interest of foreigners on the Indonesian food. Celebrating World Ocean Day, a Hong Kong-made prize-winning robot may be the game changer in the city's ocean cleanup efforts. Piles of trash adrift in our coastal waters and these litter-strewn shorelines are not uncommon sights in Hong Kong. Hoping to turn the tide on the sea pollution problem, two young engineers have come up with this robotic marine waste scooper, ClearBot. One of its co-designers, Sidant, described ClearBot as a cheaper, greener, and smarter alternative to manual ocean cleaning work. As one person can man a fleet of 10 robot boats remotely at the same time, ClearBot can bring down the operational cost by half. Established in 2020, ClearBot started off as a student project at the University of Hong Kong by Sidant and Utkarsh. After they witnessed how Indonesian workers cleaned their waterways inefficiently.
The Shenzhou 15 crew returned to Earth on Sunday morning after fulfilling a 6-month mission and completing the in-orbit crew rotation with their Shenzhou 15 colleagues in space. The return capsule of Shenzhou 15 manned spaceship, carrying astronauts Fei Junlong, Deng Qingming, and Zhang Lu, touched the ground at the Dongfang landing site in the North China's Inner Mongolia. The spacecraft successfully separated from China's space station combination Tiangong at 21:29 Saturday, Beijing time. During the past month, the crew has completed 4 extravehicular activities, setting a domestic record for the most spacewalks conducted by a single crew. The Shenzhou 15 crew returned to Earth with fruitful achievement, including 3 bags of biological samples, said a researcher with the Chinese Academy of Science, or CAS. During their 6-month stay in space, they were completed 4 extravehicular activities, or EVAS. Conducted 8 human factors engineering research activities, 28 space medical experiments, and 38 space science experiments in terms of life ecology, material science and fluid mechanics, and obtained valuable experimental data. The biological sample will be packed into 3 storage bags and brought back to Earth with the crew.
The National Children's Painting Competition and Exhibition 2023 opened recently in Hanoi, where organizers are displaying 400 paintings and awarding 39 individuals and 10 groups for their outstanding achievements. Directed by the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism, the Department of Fine Arts, Photography, and Exhibition has organized the event to encourage and facilitate the development of fine arts at home and abroad, creating a healthy and useful platform for students to exchange experiences and develop their drawing skills. After more than 2 months of launching, the organizing committee has received more than 38,000 paintings from schools, children's cultural houses, and art centers in 44 provinces and cities.
The mountain areas in northwest of Vietnam are famous for the traditional snow shan tea tree. The tea plant is tall, but the branches are small and brittle, so people often cut down the trunk to harvest instead of climbing. As a result, many tea trees are cut down and were unable to recover. Therefore, tourism companies in Mai Chau are making efforts to conserve these tea trees through agricultural tourism. Travelers who visit Laichao in spring are very likely to see people harvesting snow shan tea at an altitude of 2,000 meters or more. In order to pick fresh tea buds, localities had to either climb up high without protective gear or cut down branches for easy picking. Ten years ago, Chaopin fishing village in Taipin province was notorious for high illiteracy rates, as more than 70% of the total population in the village were unable to read or write. Nguyen Thi Hong Mat is an elementary student. She has to live far from her parents to pursue her education. Thanks to authorities' financial and material support, the living standards of local residents have been improved. Thereby, all families can afford to pay for their children's education.
Beloved mascot, giant pandas, cool as the weather there gets hotter. Let's have a look.
Guangzhou Zoo in South China's Guangdong province has taken special measures to keep the country's beloved mascot giant pandas and other animals cool as the weather gets hotter. The breeders said that when the temperature exceeds 28 degrees Celsius in the panda's house, they will take some measures to keep pandas cool in hot weathers, such as making them special ice cubes with pandas' favorite carrots to keep them cozy. The zoo has also beefed up measures to help other animals relieve the summer heat, including installing an outdoor spraying system for the giraffes. The 1-month-old quintuplet Bengal tiger cubs made their first public appearance at the Chongqing Wildlife World in southwest China on Sunday, attracting many visitors. The 5 cubs, 2 males and 3 females, were born on April 28th at the park.
Brunei Darussalam Scout Association organized a tree planting day, which was held to commemorate Tree Planting Day, celebrated every 1st of June. The activity took place at the Scout Association headquarters. 90 saplings were planted, signifying the association's 90-year Scout movement in the country. The event coincided with the presentation of the Messengers of Peace Corps. In attendance was Acting Tutong District Officer Awang Muhammad Sofian bin Panti Basri.